Good afternoon, almost evening. I am Nate, and this is Bissell Maple Farms YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping by. And if you've been following along, you know we were shopping for a new tractor. And in this episode, we're going to tell you which tractor we purchased and why. And yeah, so how about the big reveal? Here we go. So my tractor should be here any minute. You guys will find out what color we got. Let's go take a look at the new roof while we're waiting. The address to the facility actually comes to the front of this original 1939 factory, but we don't actually currently use this entrance. My goal is to take that front roof off, probably mill a nice timber frame entrance, bring it forward a little bit, and that's kind of the goal. Fix that up. You can see it's just that entrance is junk. Kind of have a temporary sign here, but almost everybody comes to the front of the building because that's where the GPS brings you, and there just isn't parking here. But yeah, should be a truck coming soon. Oh, let me turn you around. Friends, I'm going to interject a couple times here. There's a couple things I forgot to say and realized as I was editing this film. The first is this whole thing kind of feels like a gender reveal party. Like it's a tractor gender reveal. That's what it feels like. Yeah. Wow, they got that on one flatbed. How you doing?
Oh my gosh. You're gonna have a brother. Oh.
Are you able to go in that lot right there? It's a big tractor. It's a big tractor. It's pretty. That's pretty. So some of you probably a little bit surprised. I know I am. We're Kubota people. We always have been. And I went in with an open mind, and I just felt that the value of the LS tractors. I'm not a hype guy. I even like when it comes to bourbons, I pride myself on finding the best value. If I could get a $12 bourbon that tastes like it's $50 to $60, then I do it. I don't need somebody else's opinion telling me what's valuable. I can taste it. I've tasted a lot of bourbons. I've kind of learned a little bit about the bourbon industry over the last 12, 15 years. And I'll give you a quick story. The Green Label Heaven Hill, I used to drive down to Kentucky and pick that up. It's no longer available. I forgot to add that the Green Label Heaven Hill is now like $50 or $60 a bottle. So turns out that my palate isn't so bad after all. When we would drive our box truck down to Buffalo Trace or Louisville, Kentucky to pick up barrels, I would often come back with cases of Green Label Heaven Hill. And it was a 6-year age statement. And I would tell people, I'm telling you, you could only get it in Kentucky. The rumor, as I've been told, was the family that owns Heaven Hill produced that product for the folks of Kentucky. And it wasn't expensive. I want to say sometimes it was less than $10. But my brain and my palate told me it was way higher quality than the price tag. I didn't need anybody's approval. I would buy cases of it. I'd give them away. I'm just like, look, I would have taste tests in my facility. Here, try some WL Weller and then try this. And 95% of the time on a blind tasting, everybody thought the 6-year-old aged Green Label Heaven Hill was the best product. and I didn't need anybody's approval, I could see it. I could taste it. I looked at the dollar, and that's, I guess, one of my best analogies. How you doing? I'm Nate Bissell.
Nathan, I'm Joe Rice.
Nice to meet you, Joe. It's a big tractor.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's one of the bigger ones they have.
Yeah, I'm kind of excited about it. The cost of snow removal will pay for this tractor.
Yeah.
I can get a forklift and get that off for you.
It'd be good if you could. There's a toggle switch in that panel on your right to put it in four-wheel drive and take it out. They used to have a lever on the floor and they changed it, which the switch is nice.
Yeah.
I like that because it's right there.
Sure.
And that lever on the left is for forward and reverse, that orange one.
Yep.
And that's got to be in the middle where it won't start when you gotta hit the key. They're all, most of them are pretty much the same, but some of them, the smaller ones, are a little bit, they got things a little different on it.
Yeah. I'm gonna play with it for a minute and get the.
Oh yeah, you have to. You have to.
Well, thank you. You need me to sign anything?
No, no, we're good.
Thank you very much.
Good luck to you. That's a hell of a tractor.
Yeah, it is. Thank you. Keys. So this is gonna be my snow plowing machine. Let's do this. It's gonna push some snow. Tires are gonna get filled on Wednesday, so we're gonna put beet juice in the rear tires because that'll help us with snow pushing. That's kind of the plan, but I'll have to check to see how the angle looks in here. Cab's pretty roomy. There's definitely a lot of room in this cab. Just getting used to it. It's definitely a big tractor. I don't know what gear I'm in. First. Let's put it in second. So it's not like the hydrostatic. If I let off the fuel, it's not going to stop. There's the heat. Probably take a while for the heat to turn on. Blast everything towards windows. Set these mirrors up, that's for sure. Horn works. I gotta definitely get this Bluetooth to work. It's got a USB, micro SD. All right, so it's taking the the fog off the windows here. It's our snow removing tractor. And we'll definitely use it for picking up logs up onto the mill. If you're considering getting a sawmill, I just want you to know that it is way more fun than I thought it was going to be. So if you want my 2 cents, milling lumber out of logs, it's way more fun than I thought it would be. So I'm probably not helping your significant other with their argument, but I just wanted you to know it's fun. That's float. Windshield wipers. Rear windshield wiper. Oh, the dealer. This is a big deal. You know, Robsons have been a dealer for LS as long as LS has been in the United States. That tells me that they're going to get support from LS. They've been there since the beginning, since LS has been in the United States.
My dad started this 1945, and that was the year I was born.
All right.
So I was here from the start.
All right. So has LS been a good tractor for you?
Oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Really yes. And over the years, we've sold several different brands. My dad started with Minneapolis Molding. Then of course Molding went out of business in the early 70s. We had New Holland hay tools, because New Holland didn't make a tractor. They just made hay tools, combines, and we had New Holland. Then in about 1970, we took on international harvest
Okay.
because Moline was gone.
I like this history. I do. This is great.
History lesson.
This is great. This is great. So usually when I call, you answer the phone.
Sometimes, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So how long have you been an LS dealer?
Since 2009.
And that was like early on, and then
Very
Coming.
early on, yes. So LS was always the manufacturer, and they, after Farm Track and Montana and a couple other smaller companies went out, LS finally decided we're going to come to the country and do it ourselves.
and somebody's going to give us kind of a walkthrough. Are you doing that?
No.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right. I have a good local dealer. They're literally from the farm, I don't know, a 10-minute drive. They're in Thompson, Ohio. It's not that far away. And I was comfortable with Robinsons. I was comfortable with them as a dealer. I knew that if I ever had an issue, it would be taken care of. That has a lot of weight to me. And I wouldn't have considered an LS had I not met CJ from Mallard 5, soon to be 6 farmhouse. I'll put a link to his channel up here. And after meeting CJ at the Paul Bunyan show, got to spend some time with him. You know, my mom and dad got to talk to him, and he's just a good dude, like humble. And I meet a lot of YouTubers. Like, it's fun. I've really enjoyed this year of focusing on this channel. But I just know that no matter how big my channel gets, when I'm talking to you, I'm going to see you. And I don't care how big your channel is. When I'm conversing with you, I'm not going to be looking over your shoulder to see who the next bigger fish is that I really need to be talking about. And this is why I like CJ. When he was talking to me, he was looking me in the eye and he saw me. And I thought, you know what? I learned from meeting some YouTubers how not to treat people. It's true. And I've learned from some of the best on how to treat people. I absolutely love the Morgans. They're good people. I've met them, conversed with them. They look you in the eye. And you know what? I am sure they are exhausted after a meet and greet because they put the time into you. They're literally wanting to understand who you are. It takes a ton of energy to do that, to invest in people. And I think that's something that I admire the most about the Morgans is how much time they invest in you, the viewers. So, Mike and Melissa, thank you. And thank you for what you're doing to inspire other YouTubers like me. But yeah, meeting CJ, I can tell that he and I are going to know each other, like, for either, this is morbid, either he's going to my funeral or I'm going to his. Like, I can tell CJ and I are going to be friends for a long time. And yeah, I enjoyed it, but I never really considered LS. CJ planted the seed. Robinson, the dealer. I guess as we started looking into it, like, the boxes kept getting checked. Like, it wasn't even just price. It could have been more money. I want you to understand that it could have been more money and it still would have been a better value, in my opinion. It's just my opinion for what we need. And everybody knows it's snow plowing. Like, that is the primary need. We did get the tires filled, so there's an extra 1,500 pounds on that tractor for pushing. So pushing snow is the primary, reason to upgrade tractors. And then from that point on, if we're not pushing snow, well, we can move logs, we can skid logs, we can brush hog, plow, disc, whatever. But I feel pretty good about it. I feel pretty good about the purchase. I researched it, and yeah, I am a fan of LS tractors. I feel like barns are red, crops are green, tractors are blue. Yeah, it makes me, I like it. It isn't what everybody else does. I didn't want to be like everybody else. I wanted to do what I felt was best for me and my family and my business. I don't know if you know this about me. I'm not a follower. I'm not going to do what everybody else is going to do. So I'm happy with the selection, and looking forward to making some videos explaining the tractor. It's a much bigger tractor than I've ever run. My dad had a David Brown 990. This is a bigger tractor than that. So yeah, looking forward to it. But hey, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for watching the channel. Thanks for supporting us. And we'll see you in the next episode. So, tractor's here. Cool. I think people would really like this hoodie if we put it up for sale on our website. It's comfortable. It's actually Carhartt. And it's a sharp hoodie. It really is. So if you're new to the channel, we have a maple syrup business. Started up my family's farm, and we still pull sap from that property, but we've moved to an abandoned Rust Belt factory in Ohio, and the hometown where I grew up in Jefferson, Ohio, right in the county seat. And we bottle our syrup there. We bottle syrup for grocery stores, restaurants, food manufacturers. And we've been in this building about 5 or 6 years, and it's an overnight success story, 20 years in the making.